Let's take a look at the revolve command. The revolve command is great when you have a sketch and you spin it 360-degree into a solid body. In a new file, go directly into the front view. Make sure snapping is all turned on. The unit system is set to millimeters. We move our design file a little bit down and then create a sketch. The revolve command is very good to create any type of objects which we spin 360 degrees. From the origin, let's go ahead and draw a line that is 200 millimeters tall. I have to zoom out a little bit to see it. There it is. On the z-axis, I click. Then I continue by 40 millimeters. Very good. I go over 40 millimeters to the left, 40 down, 40 to the right. And then at the bottom, I go over 40 to the left horizontally. And then I go a little bit to the left side diagonal and close the sketch, kind of like under the cap. Then I can press right mouse button, drop the line tool. And here I make sure all these lines are horizontal, vertical. This should be 200. This should be 40. This should be 40. And also here, this should be 40. And then this point is green. This is blue. And these two lines are blue because I would like now to experiment with how the adjustments to the sketch will result into changes of the revolved body. Now to revolve the bottom and then the cap, we select the sketch profile, shift left mouse button, select the axis to revolve. And then we do the same with the top. And there we are. Very good. We go back to a side view, go into the sketch, and then adjust our sketch. Now there you can see how everything we do, we can change. Now we have kind of like a cocktail shaker or kind of like a salt shaker. Now you see how easy it is to kind of like explore proportions of a solid body when this is revolved through a basic sketch. Let's make a more complex sketch. We will do exactly the same. I go to make a new sketch, 40 millimeters at the bottom, then 200 up and 40 up, and then I go 40 to the left. Then right click, drop the line tool. And now I would like to call this spline control point. So you can click on this one, then you have this menu with the control point spline. You can draw splines, curves that run along control points. And then we'll start and end at the last control point. So what this means is up here, I can click and then draw this line down and pay attention to what happens. So I click one more time, going straight down, going in, click, going straight down, click, going back, click, one time down, click, and I go and end at this endpoint. Click, right click, drop the spline tool. So when I move these points around, you see how the shape adjusts. Then we need something for the cap. So I draw here myself a line, which I will intersect onto this spline. Right click. And then same thing, we start securing those lines, horizontal, vertical. This will be 240. This will be 40. This one will be 40. This point here, I will click on the lock icon. You see now I cannot move this point in these lines, but I can move these other points. And you see how, for example, this green line follows it. That is actually really quite nice. And with the mouse and selection, I can select multiple sets of points, move them around. And then with this sculpt, kind of like the flow of this vessel, Let's go into 3D view. Same deal. I select the sketch profile and axis, do revolve. Let's do the top two. There we are. Beautiful. And if I go back to the sketch, say here, the top, that should be 30 millimeters. You see how this tightens a little bit. And I think you start seeing the power of how you can create these very unique sculpted shapes and then with the revolve command quickly create this body. This is kind of like a groove. Think about your um, index finger and your thumb grabbing around. Beautiful. Okay. Let me show you another nice detail about how this spline command works in Shaper 3D because it's super intuitive. So we will make one last study. Good practice. Repetition makes you really good. So 200 up, 40 up, and specify this, this we lock, this we make 40. Very good. Then vertical and or vertical constraint. In this case here, I will create kind of like a cap that is kind of like a cylinder. Can make this 30 a little bit smaller from the beginning. Also this one here, I make a little bit smaller. And then I take the spline command and say, I would like to have something like an arc coming down. So from there to there to there to there. Okay. At the bottom, I would like to a spline to come down like 1, 2, and over. What's really important is here, like this point and this point and this point, they're in one line. So this spline is now tangentially flowing into that line. Will be a smooth transition. I can also select the spline and the line and say tangent, by the way. Okay, so now I see where this one is. This is a little bit too wide. I drag this over. And now I would like to build a nice zigzag detail in there. So with the spline command, I go to this endpoint and I continue drawing 1 over 1 there. And then you see how I'm following this very simple zigzag. And then stop, go to there, click, right click. Very good. Right click, drop the spline tool. You see here how this is sharp. These two endpoints are connected, but they're not smooth. If you click on them and click then on this icon, now we have a soft transition, which means I could bring this one to there, bring this over, sculpt everything a little bit more. There, beautiful. Sorry for the screen rotation. And I will do here the same there. Wonderful. Great. The last thing when working with these splines, I would like to show you. I will select this point and you do the same. It's deleted. And at one point you decide, I would like to have there a point. How do we do this? It's actually super easy. We can select any endpoint, make this sharp, so it's not smooth. Then we click on this lock icon. They're not connected anymore. Click any of these endpoints, then we just move this away. You see how we open the space, and then we just draw a new line in there. Right click, very good, right click, drop this, then we smooth this. Very good. Perfect. Okay, so to bring this to an end, we can now select the profile, the axis, revolve, same here, profile, axis, revolve. And then when we go to a side view, we can see the top is way too heavy. We can select this, move this a little bit further in. All these points we select to move everything up. there, select these points, move this further up. There you see how we are starting to create a really nice proportion. This could go in or go out based on how you would like to design this. Beautiful.